Hello, welcome back to Learn Oikonomia. Here we are going to see the environmental kuznets curve. We have already discussed the normal kuznets curve concept. Having discussed that, what is the difference of normal kuznets curve when we compare the very same with environmental kuznets curve? Let's see it here. Coming to environmental kuznets curve, what we could see is that this is an extension of the normal kuznets curve. When it comes to environmental kuznets curve, we are connecting two aspects. And what are the two aspects? First aspect is environmental impact of growth, and the second thing is growth. Okay, you will be having two things. First is growth, and second is the environmental impact on environment. Okay, so this pattern tells that the environmental impacts of growth, this would be something that will rise initially. Okay, initially it will show a rise, then after some point it shows a fall. As a result, we could see that growth is something that comes as a cure for the problems that we can have in environment or environmental problems. Rather than considering it as a cause of environmental problems, it is better to see growth as a cure for environmental problems. And this is what we could see when Kuznets curve of environmental application is concerned. Let's see more about the graphical part of the very same. Here, initially, what you could see is that the initial economy is something that is pre-industrial, and this would be completely agrarian. People would be dependent on agriculture sector. They depend on agriculture. So it is completely agrarian and pre-industrial. You don't have any industries here. So whenever this is a scenario, the environment would be very clean. There will not be pollutants in the environment from industrial activities. Okay, so here what we could see is that the pre-industrial level is something that is free from pollutants. Okay, so let's come to the figure and see. You are measuring per capita income along the x-axis, or per capita income is otherwise considered as growth in the economy. And on the y-axis, you are measuring something called environmental degradation. Okay, so we are now in the initial stages. Whenever you are in the initial stages, you will be just moving from this particular point like this. You know, whenever your growth increases, your pollution level or environmental degradation too increases. This is what happens. The curve goes like this, isn't it? Now, what happens after a point is that with some level of economic growth, you can have a maximum level of environmental degradation. So this curve, after passing like this, it has reached a maximum point. So here, all this happens as a result of industrialization. New industries would be coming, and also you could see some existing industries would get upgraded. So you have something in the name of more industrialization, which will be bringing some risk to the environment. There would be depletion of natural resources, there would be pollution, etc. in the environment. Now after that, growth becomes something that would be progressing, and at some level of growth, your environmental degradation would become maximum. Now what happens? Now, after reaching maximum, with more growth or more per capita income, you could see that the curve is something which falls, which started falling. That means environmental degradation after reaching maximum, with growth it will be falling. Okay, why? This is because people will become conscious so as to protect the environment. So they will be thinking about their role of environmental protection. I'll be explaining this by taking some points on the environmental questions curve. Let's consider this point, this point, this point, and somewhere here also. So you know, whenever you are at this particular point, you will be having your growth this much and environmental degradation is this much, isn't it? Now, from this point also you can have a certain level of growth and environmental degradation. You will have this much of growth and you have this much of environmental degradation. And what about here? If you are at this particular point, your environmental degradation is something that appears to be maximum, and you can have this much level of per capita income and this much level of environmental degradation. Okay, so we could see this much. So what you can see is that till here, till this point, with more growth, environmental degradation was increasing. But after this point, what happens? Again you are growing, the economy is growing. Okay, so when economy grows, environmental degradation is coming down, and that is indicated by this point. So at this point you can see that you are having only this much of environmental degradation happening, and but at the same time you are having more growth in the economy. Okay, this is what Simon Kuznets was explaining. Actually, this was not the actual explanation given by Simon Kuznets. Simon Kuznets was giving a case, a perfect case of Kuznets curve, which we have already explained. But this is a case of application of the very same Kuznets curve when it comes to environmental economics. Okay, here people will be choosing to spend incomes so that it would be improving the quality of environment. This is what which happens at this particular point. Here people will be going for some techniques that will be reducing the pollution levels in the economy. They will be trying to improve the air quality, they will be trying to improve the water quality, they will be trying to improve the soil quality, and by doing these they will be trying to protect the environment rather than degrading it. Okay, so that is all about the environmental Kuznets curve. Thank you for watching, and you can like, share and subscribe to this channel for more videos. Also, you can join my Telegram community to discuss your doubts. I'll be providing the link of that in the description box. Also, you can download the Learn Oikonomia app. For that also, I'll be providing the link in the description box. That's it for today. Thank you for watching, and kindly like, share and subscribe to this channel for more videos.